Well, it's another gray, cold, and gloomy Oregon morning. And I got another Toyota done for you. You guys want to take a look? The 1988 Toyota 4Runner, full body and paint, custom suspension, custom audio, custom 2UZ V8 swap. Welcome to the channel, guys. My name is John. I run Ride Revival and Outdoor Adventures. If you haven't been following along with this project, I've been working on this one for 14 months and we're at the end of the project, getting ready to go home. As the story goes, I guess I'm a YouTuber, and so I had done one of these before here 5 or 6 years ago at the beginning of my social media endeavor, and I decided to document the end of the project and put it online for you guys to watch. And man, you guys really love that video, and it spawned a lot of questions, and it spawned this. Actually, he found that video, the owner of this vehicle, fast forward 5 years, gave me a call and said, hey, I got this wild idea. And it actually wasn't even for a 4Runner, it was for a first gen Tacoma. Well, after we started talking, he decided, well, I already own this 4Runner, and if I don't buy a new vehicle, then I sure could just spend a coin on getting this one fixed up. So he wanted to clean it up and get it restored. He wanted to modernize it, the drivetrain, interior, electrical system, etc., etc. He wanted to keep a removable top and be able to have the ability to move through the cabin like you do with the 4Runner. So after talking for a couple of months, we scratched out some notes on a notepad and came to an agreement on the direction that we wanted to go with this thing, and he went ahead and shipped it all the way over here. If you guys are local and you know me, you know I'm from the Pacific Northwest. This rig is from Vermont. So yeah, the customer he had a lot of trust and faith in my work, and he shipped it all the way across the country, and I got to work on it for several months before I even met the man. So we decided to do a Northwest Toys 2UZ swap kit, and this is a 2002 Toyota Tundra 4.7 liter V8 with a 4-speed automatic and a gear driven manually shifted transfer case. Took quite a bit of work to get that in there and get it all fitted. And we also used a custom harness and ECU to adapt the new custom harness and the new custom ECU. We adapted it to the existing body harness so that our OEM gauges still work. It's got custom shifters, custom audio, and we redid some of the interior stuff on the inside of it. There's a lot of work that went into this vehicle. There's a lot of things to talk about, and it's generated a lot of questions in the community. So I'm going to do my best here on this round to document the whole thing at the end of the project for you. If you could do me a favor, hit the subscribe button for me, ring that bell, drop me a comment if you like this project. I'm not the biggest YouTuber or social media guy in the world, but I sure do and love engaging with each and every one of you. And even with the small channel and the small world that I live in, it was still able to produce, with your help and my work, something like this. It truly is one of a kind. Truly one of a kind. If you're new here to the channel, my name is John. I run Ride Revival and Outdoor Adventures. I'm a second generation automotive restoration and custom tech. I specialize in body and paint and fabrication. I'd love to have your subscription. I'd love you to engage with you on the comments. Thanks for being here. Well, we've been working on this thing for 14 months. We've been talking about it for even longer than that. You guys ready to go for a drive? Because I sure am. The 2UZ swapped, first gen 4Runner. Here we go, guys. Go. Oh boy, it's been a long time coming, hasn't it? Tell you what, I've driven LS's, I've driven LT's, I've driven Coyotes, I've driven just about every V8 you can think of, and I've even driven one of these, you know, in stock form in like a Sequoia Tundra, and let me tell you, it doesn't take very much input at all to get this thing moving. Oh, it's got 31-inch tires on it, stock gearing in the axles, and a 4-speed automatic out of the Sequoia Tundra. So it's a A340E for those technical guys. So it's 2UZ-FE to A340E to R1FA gear-driven transfer case. Stock Toyota axles, factory IFS with a diff drop and some custom shackle hangers. Yeah, she's spicy. Licking along about 45 miles an hour, and I'm just barely got my foot on the throttle, and she just kind of purring away. Down here on the console, so this is our power and normal for our ETC, and then we've also got overdrive off. Works wonderfully. Alright, highway speed, you guys want? Highway speed. Here we go, you want to pull? Probably need some more tranny fluid, it looks like. Here we go, railroad track suspension test. It's okay. things up and let them go to the customer. It's really by feel, you know. Each build and vehicle is a little bit different. You know, all this custom stuff, retrofitted to factory stuff from different makes, models, and years. And then the aftermarket suspension stuff, you know. So it's a mixture of things going on, and all of it's coming together and getting tested all at the same time. So you got to really just take your time and make sure that you're testing all the systems and putting wear on things that you want to put wear on, and then doing your diligence and going back and checking them. And so it might just be my anxiety and my paranoia. The chassis does have 220,000 miles, 221,000 miles on it. And we didn't change all the suspension bushings and that kind of a thing. So there might just be, you know, like the alignment guy said, you know, the steering box feels like it's got 200,000 miles on it. If you want it to feel better, you just got to put a new steering box in it. Not a big deal at all. So, you know, it could be my expectation of like trying to get it perfect or trying to get it as best it can be, when there's some stuff that are just, you know, it's got 200,000 miles on, like the A-arms and that kind of a thing. So just making sure it's good. Keep on cruising. Keep on burning petrol. We ran half a tank through it already, so we're doing something. Cool ride. Pretty crazy. I lived in a world for so many years where my parents and our shop was a word-of-mouth business that didn't even have a sign or an advertiser. We didn't do any marketing. We didn't do any club work. And now I live in a world where some random person on YouTube can reach out to me and send me this, and with a dream and a hope, and based on faith in my work, we can turn it into something like this, and then I get to send it back all the way across to him. Would have never guessed from the roots I came from. Kind of a cool time to be alive, guys. Pretty amazing.